Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen wa sallallahu wa sallam wa baraka ala nabina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam tasliman kathira thumma amma ba'd. If you know someone is traveling, what should you tell them, Jama'ah? Now, alhamdulillah, we were talking earlier about receiving people in. We might have some people living out. And Brother Hussam is maybe living a few months, living in the community. We convince him to stay, inshallah. But if someone is departing and leaving, how should we treat them? What should we say to them? Should we ask them to make dua for us, or should we make dua for them? Who deserves to make dua for the other person? Al-Imam al-Nawawi rahimahullah ta'ala, he says in Riyad al-Saliheen, fi kitabi al-adab, the book of good manners, he mentions babu wada' al-sahibi باب وداع الصاحب ووصيته عند فراق السفر وغيره والدعاء له وطلب الدعاء منه. He says this is a chapter on bidding farewell and advising on the eve of departure for a journey or other things, and making dua for them and asking dua from them. قال الله تعالى ووصى بها إبراهيم بنيه ويعقوب يا بني إن الله اصطفى لكم الدين فلا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. And this means that to submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the message of submission to Allah azza wa jal. This was enjoined by Ibrahim alayhi salam upon his sons, and by Yaqub also to his children, saying, O my sons, my children, Allah has chosen for you the true religion, then die not except in the faith of Islam, meaning submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ibrahim, Yaqub alayhi salam, they knew that there is something important they needed to advise their own children. Now this departure for them was a long departure, and they will be dying, they live in this world. So this is now when it's more worthy to give the sincere and the most important advice to the people you leave behind. وقال في حديث زيد بن أرقم رضي الله تعالى عنه أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قام خطيبا فحمد الله وأثنى عليه ووعظ وذكر. He said that the Messenger of Allah صلى الله عليه وسلم, one day he stood up in khutbah, and which was a longer hadith actually from a longer story, when the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم was preparing the people for his departure. So he made a long khutbah صلى الله عليه وسلم. فقام فينا خطيبا, so he gave a khutbah in which he thanked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, praised him subhanahu wa ta'ala, ووعظ وذكر, he advised the people and he reminded the people. So he was given admonition and advice. قال أما بعد ألا أيها الناس, he says, أما بعد, proceeding, O people, إنما أنا بشر يوشك أن يأتي رسول ربي فأجيب. He says, O people, certainly I am a human being, and I'm about to receive a messenger from Allah, from my Lord, just like everybody else. I'm going to have to respond. He was talking about whom, is it? Malakul Maut, the angel of death. قال وأنا تارك فيكم ثقلين, and I'm leaving behind two things. ثقلين, in this case, two heavyweight things for you. قال أولهما كتاب الله فيه الهدى والنور. The first one is the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in which there is al-huda wa nur, light and guidance. فَخُذُوا بِكِتَابِ اللَّهِ وَاسْتَمْسِكُوا بِهِ. خُذُوا بِكِتَابِ اللَّهِ وَاسْتَمْسِكُوا بِهِ. So hold on to the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَاسْتَمْسِكُوا بِهِ, which means you hold on to it and invite others to hold on to the book of Allah azza wa jal. قال فحث على كتاب الله ورغب فيه. So he kept reminding the people in regard to the book of Allah azza wa jal. Which is, ya ikhwan, and Allah musta'an, the Muslim ummah today is way behind because we don't have that attachment to the book of Allah azza wa jal. If you ask yourself, and how many children you own in the family, your children, your siblings' children, and others, how many of all these people around you that you know of and you are related to them by blood relations, how many of them know the Quran by heart? Today, having someone in the family knowing the Quran by heart is a novelty. People make big celebrations. Back then, that was the standard. Children, they memorize the Quran by the 12 years old, 13, 15, they're all the huffaz. Today, if someone just have their child memorize Qul Huwallahu Ahad, they bring them to the Imam. Says, listen, he memorized Qul Huwallahu Ahad and he's 10 years old. Isn't this a shame, Jama'ah? So when it comes to the standard, the Quran, it was a standard for the Ummah. And that's what the Prophet ﷺ says over here. Istamsiku bi. Tamassaku bi wastamsiku bi. You hold on to this Quran, book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wastamsiku bi. And then command others to hold on to the book of Allah Azza wa Jalla. Then the Prophet ﷺ says, the second one, وَأَهْلُ بَيْتِي وَذَكِّرُكُمُ اللَّهَ فِي أَهْلِ بَيْتِي. He said, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And second are the members of my household, my family. I remind you of your duties to the members of my family. Because you know the Prophet ﷺ, he sacrificed his life for the Ummah. Even during his lifetime, his family perhaps the last people maybe to take his attention. Salawatullah wa salam, being so busy with the affairs of the Ummah. Salawatullah wa salam. Even while in bed with his wife, Salawatullah wa salam alayhi, things and serious matters would come to him that he has to go and attend to. So after his death, what he's asking the people to do now? He says, you know what, please, take care of my family for me. I took care of your families, so you take care of my family. That was the advice of Rasulullah salawatullahi wa salam alayhi. And part of this for us today, since we are not actually around the family of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is to love them and express our love to the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which includes his cousin Ali ibn Abi Talib, his daughter Fatima radiallahu ta'ala anha, Al-Hasan and Al-Husayn, and also his wives, Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, Khadija al-Kubra, the first one, and all the other wives of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So we know from this hadith in Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that when he was preparing himself to leave, he was given all his advice and all the admonition and reminders to those that he will be leaving behind sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Wallahu ta'ala. Any questions? Come Yes. Which one?
Like the Fajr Sunnah,
the Sunnah prayer, the Mu'akkada. We're talking about Salat as-Sunnah al-Mu'akkada. The Prophet ﷺ, he said, "Man salla rak'atan 10 rak'atan min ghayr al-fariḍah." Anyone who maintains 12 rak'ah besides the fard salah every single day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will build them a house in al-Jannah. So if you maintain these rak'at, and these are the sunan, al-rawatib that comes with Fajr, Maghrib, Dhuhr, Maghrib and Isha. 2 rak'ah before Fajr, 4 rak'ah before Dhuhr, 2 rak'ah after Dhuhr, 2 rak'ah after Maghrib, 2 rak'ah after Isha. You count this, these are 12 rak'at. So if you maintain that regularly, Allah will build your house in al-Jannah. How about that, Jama'ah? Forget about house in dunya. House in dunya are made of what? Cardboard, right? And wood. Tornado comes and take everything away, subhanAllah. Al-Jannah is different, Jama'ah. You know what is the structure of Al-Jannah? Gold and silver. And what is the cement that you use? Misk and saffron, subhanAllah. Mix of saffron and musk, and it's always beautiful and smells nice. I mean, these days if it starts raining, next day it smells bad in the house. Allah musta'an, because of the mold and other things. So make sure to maintain these sunnahs, inshallah. No.
Sunnah of Jum'ah.
What's wrong? Jum'ah before the salah?
Or after? Sunnah in Salat al-Jum'ah.
For Salat al-Jum'ah, the Prophet ﷺ, he mentioned Hadith Abi Hurairah. Anyone who makes usul and then go to the masjid, and then they pray, MashaAllah lahu an yusalli. They pray as many as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wills for them to pray. 2, 4, 6, 10, 100. If they come early, they pray as many as they can until the Imam goes in the minbar, and then they attend the khutbah, listening quietly until after salah, until they're done with the salah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will shine their week and another 3 days afterwards. So eventually you have the whole barakah of this week afterwards. As for after Salatul Jumu'ah, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to go home and he would pray 2 rak'ah in his house. But if he prays in the masjid after Jumu'ah, he would pray 4 sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now when we say 4, where these are the 4 substituting for Salatul Dhuhr, this is one of the misconceptions. Some people, they think that since Jumu'ah was 2 rak'ah, and you know, just in case, if Jumu'ah was not accepted from me, at least I have Dhuhr as a backup. No, it's not a backup. Jumu'ah is khalas, it's done. Alhamdulillah, that's it. And your fard is on Friday is not Dhuhr. Your fard is to pray Salat al-Jumu'ah. Once you're done, there's no meaning for you to make Salat al-Dhuhr afterwards. But as a sunnah, if you pray in the masjid, you pray 2 plus 2, that's 4. If you go home, you pray 2. If you want to add more, that's fine, because that will be nafil, inshallah. Wallah. Last question, inshallah.
For example, when we come to joining a prayer,
No.
Are we allowed to join somebody who themselves came in late?
When we come to Salatul Jama'ah and the Imam already finished, so people are standing right now making up for the missed part of their Salah, that's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Can you join someone who's already making Salah, making up for his Salah, to join them in Jama'ah? The answer, generally speaking, yes. There is nothing that prohibits that from happening. Someone is already making Salah, can you join them to make Jama'ah? The answer is yes. But is it preferable? I would not say that. I wouldn't recommend that you join someone who's making up for his Salah. Specifically, depends on the location. In the masjid, maybe in the back, and that one might increase the Jama'ah, might make actually block the way of the people as they come in and out. So it's kind of would create some uncomfortable situation. Instead, the person should wait until to see somebody else, and then they can come join them. Or if someone already finished their fard salah, they want to make sunnah, they can join them if they want to. Wallahu ta'ala. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك اشهد ان لا اله الا انت استغفرك واتوب اليك